who happened to be an enchanting woman on a fucking island.
That bitch ain't even got eyebrows, nigga. You think she f with you? She don't even f with herself. What the f are you? It's BryceDaBadger, baby, and I'm back with another reaction video. But today, I got something that I found a little bit interesting when I read the title. It's called Messed Up Movies, Part 1. I'm assuming there's a Part 2 out there, so if y'all enjoyed the video, go ahead and let me know by way of the comment section. That's why it's down there. Use your fingers to type. If you like the video, subscribe if you fuck with the vibe. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. It's BryceDaBadger.
Stop watching for a second, turn to...
Hold on. What did she say?
There are movies where you have to stop watching for a second, turn to the imaginary camera and say, "That's messed up." Here's 4 of those movies. The Belko Experiment, set in the middle...
Oh man, I watched this. I recommend this movie. This is a good movie, bro. It's a fucked up movie. She said messed up. It's fucked up, but I recommend the movie, bro. Watch The Belko Experiment. You'll enjoy yourself.
Of nowhere in Colombia stands a tall building. Workers clocking like they do every weekday, but this time there's something unusual happening. Guards with firearms are checking IDs and sending the locals away and only letting the Americans inside. Other than that, everything seems to go like normal until a voice starts telling them what their fate will be. There are 80 people in the building they're in, and most of them won't be alive by the end of the day. Their current task is to kill 2 of their co-workers by any means necessary to ensure their own survival.
Now imagine you're in that situation. I already know you got 2 workers in mind that you're ready to off from this planet. You're a psychopath. All right, I just want to let you know that. I put you in that coffee pot so fast.
At first, people don't really take it seriously as they think it's just a douchebag playing a prank on them. But then the phone lines get cut off and the metal shutters all around the building start closing, trapping them inside. The CEO of the company holds an emergency meeting and tells everyone to calm down and trust him to get to the bottom of this. But before he can figure out what's going on, people's heads start exploding. They think there's a shooter inside, but it doesn't look like a bullet wound, so our protagonist, Mike, who is also a genius, has a moment of devastating realization. There is no shooter, it's the tags. The company is situated in Colombia, where there are a lot of kidnapping cases apparently, and as a safety protocol, they put these GPS tags in every worker's neck before they start working there.
Elon Musk.
So in case they get kidnapped, the company can locate them and alert the police. But obviously they're not GPS tags, they were basically tricked into putting a bomb inside their heads.
Elon Musk.
And now their lives are at the mercy of whoever is doing this. Mike tries to get the tag out, but they tell him that they'll pull the lever on him. They see everyone's movements because aside from the security cameras, the whole building is covered in hidden cams, even the restrooms. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide from the big brother.
Bro.
Their next task is to kill 30 of them, and if they don't, 60 of them will be killed on random instead. At a certain point, they group up. There's a small but mighty group of men who used to be in the army, threatening everybody with guns they took from the weapon safe in the building, which somehow didn't make anyone suspicious until now.
Why is there a weapon safe in an office complex? Like an office building, a whole building where niggas ain't doing shit but on computers. The fuck do we need guns in the basement for? It's just a whole safe of weaponry. Why? Why? And then they split into groups, and these motherfuckers got the guns. The other motherfuckers ain't got shit, bro. They gotta use intuition. Batman shit, like, bro.
They think that killing 30 people to ensure the lives of the others is a worthy sacrifice because otherwise 60 of them will drop dead. Then there's the rest of the people who think that that's ridiculous because why would they stop at 30? They didn't stop at 2. But because they're the ones holding the guns, their plan is put into effect and the CEO starts shooting until the power is cut off by the newbie. It's her first day at the job. She's a lucky lady.
Hey, she put in work.
Everyone scatters away, but time unfortunately runs out, so 60 people are killed on random. Because there's so few people alive now, the voice says that...
Oh, she didn't say it, but spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying? I figured the spoiler alert was me saying like, hey, if you didn't watch this movie, go watch this movie. Again, if you didn't watch the movie, go watch the movie. Spoiler alert. She's already explaining a ton of the movie. But spoiler alert. Apparently, I guess there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video because she didn't say shit about, you know, hey, I'm going to tell the entire movie. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, spoiler alert. Go watch the movie. The shit good, bro. I promise you. Get you a little. You know what I'm saying? If you got little vices, go ahead do your little vice. You know, toke up. You know what I'm saying? Drink up and watch the movie. This shit gonna be a good time, bro. I promise you.
That the one with the most kills wins. The one who stands at the end is obviously our protagonist, Mike. He acted like a hero, tried to save everyone, went against the bullies, lost the love of his life, and came victorious. He's taken to the hangar, and there he learns that this whole thing was a government-funded social experiment done by scientists who think that they deserve to observe human behavior under life-or-death situations to collect data, so that the next world to be built will be better than this one.
Such a dumbass reason. Like, why? What the fuck, nigga? When we get to that point, we will cross that bridge. Why are we doing all this extra? All this hoopla, this rah-rah. Why are we doing all this? Man, you just put us in a battle royale situation before Fortnite was even invented. It might have been worked on, you know what I'm saying? It might have been working on it at the time, but yo, Fortnite wasn't even out. Was PUBG out? I don't even know. But come on, bruh. You put them all through this just to collect data for the new society so that they know what to do in this situation or something? Why would they ever be in this situation again? This whole situation was concocted by you, by y'all. That's a dumb reason. It's a good movie, but this is the ending of it, and it don't make sense. It don't make sense.
One of the loony dudes in the movie had collected the tags from the workers who were killed by the CEO instead of the bombs, so Mike blows these men up by using those.
Shut up,
He
Mike.
gets out of the hangar, and we see that he wasn't the only one. Hundreds of cameras show someone just like him.
And this shit was crazy.
He's not alone, and many more people have perished for this.
That's the craziest part. It's not only in Colombia, it's all across the world.
Experiment. I mean, obviously, what kind of an accurate scientific data would they be collecting with just 80 people? I don't really look for a coherent plot in these kind of movies. I look to have fun.
Right.
This movie has neither.
Which is why I said the end is ass.
Essence, to be honest with you. Not enough people holding silly grudges against one another. Not a single death scene with an office supply. I mean, not even stapler action. You had the opportunity to either make a movie with a really good commentary on corporate America, capitalism, power dynamics, and hierarchy in an office environment, or a fun slasher where white-collar workers smash each other's heads with a photocopier. But you didn't make either. Instead, you made this schlock. There wasn't even any gossiping divas. What kind of a fucking office is that? Infinity Pool is like White Lotus, but somehow more deranged. A couple meets another couple on an
I've seen neither.
Island resort, and they spend a day together. The beach, drinking, eating, handies, you know, the usual. On the way back to the resort, James accidentally runs over a man. He's woken up by the authorities that night and gets arrested. The law of the island of Letolka says if someone kills a person on purpose or due to an avoidable accident, like driving under the influence, then the eldest son in the victim's family has the right to take revenge. But the good news is that if you're a rich foreigner, you can pay a sum of money to the government, get naked, and step into this tomato soup-like liquid after your measurements are taken so that your body double can be crafted to be executed on your behalf.
What?
And this is no simple body double. This is basically cloning yourself where you have all your memories collected so far. That is you, and you are obligated to watch yourself die. Seeing yourself be stabbed to death by a 13-year-old would mess with anyone's head, but James finds this rather amusing, which leads to an argument between him and his wife M, and the argument gets even more heated when James can't find his passport, which means they can't leave the island. He goes down to the lobby to get some help and is once again seduced by Mia Goth. Turns out both her and her husband Albin and their rich friends have gone through the same process as James. The island has very strict laws and things.
Alright, see, now I've been, man, what? I'm gonna have to watch this movie, but what? What is,
Friends
what,
have gone through the same process as James. The island has.
What is this? What are their faces? What is that? And this guy just looks so happy to be pitching whatever he's pitching to me right now. Listen, What's going on with these guys in the background, yo?
Has very strict laws, and things like stealing, murder,
Staff,
or
not
even
stanza.
certain sexual activities
They
is
talk about
punishable
poetry.
by death. And this rich group of people who call themselves zombies come to the island
Zombies.
every year to have a little bit of fun. After mingling for a while and waiting for
But
James
y'all
to
not
get
zombies,
comfortable
though.
around them, they tell him about their big plan. The owner of the resort was awarded with a Medal of Honor, and they want to take it from him. It doesn't take much to
Why?
convince James, so they bust a gift shop to
To
steal
sell it?
some masks, and they break into the resort owner's villa. Chaos ensues, shots are fired, and they find themselves back in white jackets.
Okay, maybe those are just masks that I saw, because those masks look similar to those other dudes' faces. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just in awe at the thought. You know what I'm saying? This is a fire ass movie. I like the plot.
This time, the detective who arrested them isn't so kind, and he tells them that maybe this time he should make an example out of these rich assholes instead, so they learn not to wreak havoc on the island however they want, and the group is taken into the execution chamber. James tries to fight back, but to no avail, and they all die. Or
What?
do they? After realizing that you can do anything and the only consequence is just some money, James gets swept away into madness, into drug-infused parties where a lot of sex is happening, and they're all there at the same time, and there's a nip imagery where something comes out of it, and I don't even know what it was, but it was disgusting, and I wish I was a Barbie doll. One night, they abduct a detective who arrested James that first night, and drunk and drugged and wanting revenge, James starts beating him up and even goes as far as pissing on him, just for it to be revealed that the man under the hood was James himself this whole time.
Now what the fuck do? Nigga, you in a whole drug infused rage right now. And you see that the nigga you been beating up and you just pissed on is yourself. High's gone. Drunkenness? I'm sober. What the fuck? Who the fuck decided this? I didn't. Who the fuck decided this? Because you need your ass whooped now. Now I turn the rage to you. You know what I'm saying?
You see, zombies paid the detective for another double of James so that they could mess with him, and they tricked him into beating and degrading himself.
See, that's why you don't fuck with rich people. You don't fuck with rich people because rich people just gonna fuck with you. They bored. You know what I'm saying? Everybody bored when you're rich. That's why niggas be doing the shit that they doing. Have they dropped those Epstein logs yet? Them logs and files? Have they done that yet? They need to. Shit.
He panics and runs back into his room and grabs a passport he purposefully hid under the sink so that he wouldn't have to leave the island. With M already gone, he takes the airport shuttle the next morning, but the group obviously finds him and continues humiliating him. They targeted him on purpose because he's a good-for-nothing, pathetic leech whose only accomplishment is a book he wrote 6 years ago that nobody read, and he was stupid enough to believe that he found his biggest fan, who happened to be an enchanting woman on a fucking island.
That bitch ain't even got eyebrows, nigga. You think she fuck with you? She don't even fuck with herself. What the fuck are you?
They were initially gonna frame him, but he's so dumb he took care of that himself by running over that man. They used him, degraded him, humiliated him, abused him, solely for their own enjoyment. James creates an opening and starts running, but Mia Goth shoots him in the leg. He comes across a farmhouse, but when he wakes up in the night, realizes he is found once again. They push him to kill his double, they put on a leash and refer to as the dog, and then Mia Goth breastfeeds James, calling him a sucky baby.
What is this film, bro? I still want to watch it. What is this film? This is the type of shit that I like, bro. Get in my mind. Fuck my brain up, nigga. Pause. Whoa. 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 But yeah, psychological shit. That's the type of shit that I like, bro. Fuck with my brain. Like, it put me in a situation that I gotta think, like, what if I was in there? What would I do? That's the type of shit that I fuck with, yo.
Next morning, everyone gets on the shuttle, dressed completely differently, talking about the errands they have to run when they get home, their work, their kids. Like nothing even happened. They all get on the plane and leave, except for James, who's
still ain't got no
trauma-bonded with
eyebrows.
the island now and can't find the courage to face the real world. Infinity pool is not a hard concept to understand, but that doesn't make the movie any less fascinating.
Yeah, I
Without a
fuck with
hiccup,
it.
it displays what it would mean to be ridden of any responsibility and consequence. If you could get away with anything, how far would you go? And how shameless would you be in your actions? When the consequence and the guilt are removed from a person, the humanity and the moral compass of that individual diminish as a result. And the only thing driving them becomes
Shorty still
pleasure
ain't got
and
no
the need
eyebrows.
for it, which is sort of like a zombification. I mean, it's no coincidence that the group calls themselves zombies. A lot of what happens in the movie happens when the characters
I
are under the
see.
effects of hallucinogenics, so the question of what's real and what's not is ever present, especially throughout the second and third act, and the reality of the situation gets even more muddy because you can never know if the characters are the originals or the doubles. Even they don't know that. There's also the theme of emasculation looming over James. I don't know what it is about Alexander Skarsgård, but I have no trouble believing that that man is in fact pathetic. James wants to become a successful...
This ain't the same dude that played It, is it? Pennywise, my bad. Played in It, but he played Pennywise. Is the same dude? Or that's his brother? I know he got a brother. I'm pretty sure this is the brother, right? Y'all let me know.
writer, but he can't write for shit, and his money source is his wife, and they both know that. He is nothing without her because he has nothing. He hasn't picked up a pen in 6 years, and he made her book a resort so that he can find his inspiration, but he doesn't even like to leave the resort and explore the island. Like, does he expect to find whatever he's looking for in a pool floaty? And when a beautiful woman comes up to him and tells him that
She don't even look better than Shorty. She don't even look better than the girl that he was just with. Like what? Again, she has no eyebrows. There's none there. Like, bro, it might be a little tuft or something, but like, if she was inquisitive, you would never know. Like, come on, man.
she read his book, which is the first time that's ever happened, he's ready to do anything she wants. She tells him that his wife is holding him back, and women like him love to do that, and it's like, hell yeah. Finally, someone says it.
Man, it's just racism at this point. I don't know what it is, bro. It's just deeply rooted racism. I don't know, bro. The other girl, your wife is prettier than this girl. Again, Shorty got no eyebrows. No eyebrows. Is anyone else hearing me? No eyebrows. That girl has no eyebrows. And he talk about, oh, yes, my books. Well, my book. Yes, I wrote it 6 years ago. Yes, it made me a ton of money, but as of lately, I've just had a little bit of writer's block. I don't really know where to go from this masterpiece that I just made that made me millions. You know, New York Times bestseller. I know it's for every book nowadays. I know it's for every book, but mine was a bestseller. Let me tell you. Look at me. I mean, I'm rich. What else do you want? You know. When will I write more? Listen, don't even ask me that question. I'll shit myself right now.
Like M love to do
be
that.
real,
and it's
bro.
like, hell yeah. Finally, someone says it and completely believes that displays of excessive violence and debauchery will somehow make him a man again.
Like by itself,
and
your
the
wife
zombies
is already
contribute to
finer
this
than
as
this
well by
girl that's
making
trying
him
to
feel
get,
like he's
like,
growing
just trying
and
to seduce you.
improving, becoming stronger, becoming more like himself, and he will do anything to feel celebrated because he yearns for it. He is pathetic through and through, and unfortunately there's something so satisfying about watching his degradation ritual and his weak escape attempts after he realizes they're not laughing with him. They're laughing at him.
Loser ass nigga.
Mean Creek is about taking revenge
Leaving
from
a
your
black
bully.
queen.
Sam gets beaten up at
Taking
school by
revenge on your
George.
bully.
His big brother Rocky and his friends come up with a plan to
My
put
bad.
George
I
in
know
his
I be
place
talking.
and up at school by
I'm gonna
George.
run it back for
His
y'all.
book is about taking revenge from your bully. Sam gets beaten up at school by George. His big brother Rocky and his friends come up with a plan to put George in his place and teach him not to mess with Sam again.
Word.
They trick him into thinking that it's Sam's birthday and they're going on a boat trip. Their plan is to play Truth or Dare, and the dare for George will be to strip naked and get into the
Joshua, what the fuck are you doing here, man? I'll be damned. Listen, I wanted to say something about the Rockstar poster. Now I got to say something about Josh Peck. Wow, what a life, right? I never watched the episode of Drake and Josh. Yeah. Yeah, now what? Eat my dick, nigga. Never watch the episode. You know what type of kid. Shut up. You know what type of kid I am? Cartoon Network, nigga. Boomerang, nigga. Looney Tunes, nigga. Tom and Jerry. What you know about it? What you know about it? Yeah. You lucky I don't remember this song that used to get stuck in my head. It's Mr. McGilla again. I'ma play it.
We got a gorilla for sale, McGilla gorilla for sale. We got a gorilla for sale, McGilla gorilla for sale. We got a gorilla for sale, McGilla gorilla for sale. Won't ya buy him, take him, try him. We got a gorilla.
Yeah. I was a low-key like a Disney XD kid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Disney on ABC Saturday mornings. I'm talking too much. Listen. Yeah.
Him not to mess with Sam again. They trick him into thinking that it's Sam's birthday and they're going on a boat trip. Their plan is to play Truth or Dare, and that therefore George will be to strip naked and get into the lake. That they're gonna steal his clothes and ditch him so he'll have to walk back home naked.
Damn.
When they spend time with
That's
George,
Culkin,
they
right?
change their minds though. It's not because George turns out to be a misunderstood angel, but they realize that he's not all that bad. He's not a one-dimensional evil creature, but a kid just like them. He has moments where he's sensitive and kind, and moments where he's an obnoxious dickhead, but he's human all around.
Right.
One thing leads to another, and Rocky's friend Marty and George get into an argument in which they tell George about their initial plan. Feeling obviously deceived and betrayed, he starts saying things he shouldn't say. He teases Marty, purposefully angers him by screaming about how Marty is father of himself.
Damn, nigga! We on a boat! And the boat already ain't big enough for all of us. This ain't a town. I can flip this bitch right now if I want to. Nigga, okay, all right, all right.
And Marty doesn't like that, so he gets physical, and in that heated moment, just to shut him up, Rocky pushes George off the boat.
Oh.
George doesn't know how to swim, so he drowns.
Marty convinces... Goddamn, hold on now. I ain't expect that one. He drowned? Jeez Louise. We're getting a little bit deep here, aren't we? A teenager drowned? God, I thought this nigga at least would know how to swim. He looks like he would be outside. You know what I'm saying? Damn. That's crazy.
The other kids to bury the body instead of telling the police about what happened, because alongside George, his camcorder also fell in the water and he had footage of all of them. So if it ever gets found, then they'd all be sent to prison. But if the body isn't found, then no one would look for the camcorder in the lake. But when they get home, against Marty's words, kids come clean about what happened. Mean Creek does a great job at making you feel on edge. You never feel comfortable even for a second. You try to grip onto the calm scenery, but it doesn't work because you're still waiting for the moment where things will escalate. What happens doesn't shock you because you expect it. The movie doesn't even attempt to catch you off guard. Knowing what's coming, you just weigh every scene with caution and you prepare yourself and it doesn't come. You prepare yourself and it doesn't come, but you can't relax because every interaction where the kids are getting along ends with someone's limits being tested and you think this could be it. The movie doesn't really care to make a statement either. It doesn't ask you more questions like, did George deserve it? He is a piece of shit. I mean, no doubt about that. He knows how to push up.
I mean, he's an asshole, but like, he's a kid at the end of the day. Like, everybody there is a kid. So everybody's emotions are amped to a level that maturity would normally bring down, but they don't have that yet. You know what I'm saying? Shit's crazy. Like, a mature him would never say something about somebody's dad killing themselves, bro. That shit's crazy. Like, come on, bro. That's supposed to be like a compadre of yours at least, right? Y'all all out here on a boat together. You at least trust this man to some extent. And you just gonna go ahead and up and talk about this man's mans like that? This man's old man's. That's crazy.
Other people, and you never forget that. He uses violence over inconsequential matters or sometimes over nothing. He uses slurs to refer to one of the kids, even though he knows it makes him upset because he's got two dads. He's sweet in 1 second and snaps in the next. His unstable nature is part of the reason why you're on edge. But he also seeks validation and acceptance and will do anything and say anything to impress his new friends like children do.
Yeah.
He's a lonely dyslexic kid, so lonely that he makes up stories in his head about his learning difficulty, tries to make himself feel better about it by saying that the reason for him saying every word backwards is because maybe he's the chosen one, and when the aliens arrive, he's gonna be able to interact with them with no problem.
You're not the only one with dyslexia, my nigga. It's gonna be like 400 million of y'all across the world. Yeah, probably about 30 million. I'm not a scientist, but I don't know.
He's trying to make sense of his condition because no one else is doing that for him. The movie keeps reminding you that he's just a kid, and in fact it does that for all of them. How Marty's tough act only works on others, but he gets small against his older brother. How Rocky tells Sam that he's his big bro and he can do anything and makes silly promises. How Sam can't really see the consequences of his actions and always looks up to his brother for answers.
I mean, fuck this nigga, bro. He's smoking a cigarette in the cribbo with a bandana pillow. I didn't even mean to rhyme, but this nigga is a dickhead. I'm talking dildo. Whoa! Woo! Nigga smoking a cigarette. It's back when cigarettes was cool still. It's like, oh, I gotta look up to my big brother. Nah, bro. I see that nigga smoking cigarettes. I'm like, oh, nigga, you a dork. What the fuck? Why are you doing that? Nigga, life beating yo ass. Nigga, tag me in something, bro. We gotta become the Hardy Boys or something, bro. We gotta help you. We have to help you.
How Clyde can't really find neither the words nor the courage to defend himself or his dad's, so he just goes silent. And how Millie tries to revive someone who's long gone. Their actions lead to a catastrophic ending, but their actions also make sense for them. It doesn't feel random. The result isn't something they consciously tried to achieve, but it's also something that they each wanted for a split second in the movie. It's that moment where we all want our bully to disappear so that they stop bothering us, but we don't want them to die.
Right.
The kids waiting on the boat as they're watching George drown is that moment happening in real time, before the realization sets in.
Oh, this nigga jumped in way too late.
Boom is one woman's attempt at holding on to the man she loves, but at what cost? Rebecca and Thomas met on the beach when they were kids, and they're each other's first love. After a few months spent together, Rebecca leaves to move to Japan with her mom. The next time they ever see each other is 12 years later.
Damn.
Thomas moved out of his parents' house and is living
Damn. What has life done to you, Thomas?
on the beach. For a second, he doesn't remember Rebecca, but then he does. And just like that, their love is reignited.
Okay.
Rebecca is a software engineer and Thomas is an environmental activist.
Okay.
They opened a wellness center named Sparkling Park. At least that's what they call themselves. They're a disaster to the environment, just like any other billion-dollar company, so his group is going on the opening day to protest. He's been breeding cockroaches, and they're gonna release thousands of them once the doors open to create a panic.
Hey, how did we get here? He's an environmental scientist, whatever the fuck she's someone with the environment. How do we get to I'm gonna release these cockroaches that I've been breeding? I'm gonna release these cockroaches that I've been breeding, and I'm gonna cause a mass hysteria.
Rebecca tags along with him, but on the road she gets out of the car to pee. Thomas is hit by a truck and killed.
Shit. Tape it. Hey, R.I.P. Thomas. We gonna see you when we see you. Listen, I didn't know that was gonna happen. R.I.P. Thomas. We gonna see you when we see you.
A love lost too soon to be found, years later to be lost once again, this time permanently.
Damn.
Well, at least that's how it would be in the real world, but in the movie's fictional world, you get to clone people. Isn't that nice?
Oh.
It works a bit differently than all the other clonings we know though, because these clones have to be born and raised like a normal baby, which means someone has to carry this child.
Oh, hell nah. Bitch, you're crazy. What would be the purpose? Listen, let's keep going.
But why isn't Rebecca carrying the child? I mean, it's not even like she has to carry it. A company
It would be her child though. That make it even more weird.
who clones people this way
Shit.
surely as a surrogacy option, but even if now you could pay someone to do it, why is giving birth to your lover your first plan?
Oh no, she chose to do that. Oh, excuse my words. You weird bitch. Those are the proper words. You weird bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And Rebecca, this woman gives birth.
Man, she picked some good movies. Maybe the last one was like a little hit or miss because you know the plot point pretty linear. But like this is yo, this is another level.
Birth to Thomas, who at every stage looks exactly the same as he did before. She even gives him the same name. We can never fully guess whether she's doing this to bring back Thomas so she can get together with him again.
But it's like once he turns into an adult, you think he's just not going to see you as his mom? You've been looking at him this whole time. I can't wait till you get, bro. This is grooming the movie, but the worst level of like your own child. Put this bitch at the center of the Chernobyl explosion, nigga. Like, what are we talking about?
Or just because she needs him to exist in her life and the relationship she has with him doesn't really matter to her. Because of this, there are multiple scenes up for debate, and I can't tell you if Rebecca is acting like a mother or a lover in any given moment. I could not tell you for
I
sure
want to watch
whether
this movie
Thomas
too.
is being
This is
taken
fire.
advantage
This
of
is
as a
a
child
great idea.
and they have an abusive relationship or not. But my feelings say yes. I mean, there's a scene where they play a fight and Thomas is on top of her holding her arms at her sides and he says, "Now I can do whatever I want with you," and she says, "Go ahead," and she's also visibly aroused. And there's a bath scene. Somehow it's a
Oh God, I heard bad scene and instantly thought, secret about the Johnsons, whatever the fuck it is, that shit. The strange thing about the Johnsons, that movie, that. Oh God. Huh. Ah! Oh man. Whoa, this is my first time even seeing what's on my screen right now. Get it off.
As the years pass, Thomas becomes a man and his girlfriend starts living with him and his mom. Rebecca at this point becomes bedridden because every time she looks at him, she sees the man she's in love with. And every time she tries to go to sleep, she hears the noises the man she's in love with and his girlfriend are creating on their shared bed. Eventually, he finds out the truth and they have, I don't know what to call it. Consent is doing cartwheels in the air. But Thomas leaves Rebecca at the end of the movie and goes on his own way. He leaves because he doesn't know who he is or who she is anymore, both because she...
God damn, nigga, how many times he hit the table?
Own way. He leaves because he doesn't know who he is or who she is anymore, both because she used to be his lover. And that's weird. But also because she brought him back in a way Thomas would never agree with, and she doesn't even seem to realize it. He's the creation of the company he died on the way to protest. He was...
You should have never told me that. I was going to watch the movie. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
born out of the evil he tried to rid the world of.
This is crazy.
How do you come to terms with that? If I had $1 for every time Evergreen played a mother figure who's attracted to the child she's supposed to protect, then I would have $2. I don't want these dollars.
I don't want these dollars. Oh man, that was a good one, bro. That was a great video. Listen, like I said, if y'all ain't watched the Belko Experiment, go watch it. If y'all ain't watch any of these movies, honestly, go watch them. All of them sound great. Like great watches, not great ideas to actually. If you like the video, subscribe if you fuck with the vibe. And I'll be back with some more content, some more videos for you. Hit that bell if you want to know. Fuck nigga, my bad. I'm sorry. Listen, I need to be nicer, okay? I need to be nicer. So go ahead and give me your mom's phone number.